Okay, there we are. Hi, folks. Welcome back to our podcast hosted by PapQuest, where we delve into the fascinating world of finance, BI, AP, all that stuff, and uncover the hidden costs and opportunities shaping today's businesses. I'm your host, Amit, and today we are diving into a topic that might not sound thrilling at first, but believe me, it's costing companies billions of dollars every year. Yes, dollars and delays, the real cost of invoice exceptions. Now, what exactly are invoice exceptions and why should you care? Well, imagine a situation where every time you send or receive a payment, something goes wrong, whether it's a typo, a missing document, or a mismatched price. Each of these tiny error can lead to significant delays, extra costs, and endless frustration. Today, we are going to explore the real cost of these pesky problems and how businesses can tackle them head on. We have with us Joey Medansky, an expert in AP operations and automation and process optimization. Joey, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Amit. Always great to be here. Glad to be back. Looking forward to this.
Yeah, so Joey, let's start with the basics. So for our listeners who might not be familiar with what exactly is an invoice exception.
Sure. Yeah, an invoicing exception occurs when an invoice doesn't match the purchase order of the receiving report. So the discrepancy can be due to various reasons, and incorrect pricing, quantity differences, even a simple data entry error. So when these mismatches happen, the invoice can't be processed automatically and usually requires manual intervention to resolve it.
Yeah, I mean it sounds like a small hiccup in the grand scheme of things, but I understand that the impact can be quite significant. Now, can you shed some light on the real costs associated with these exceptions?
Absolutely. Yeah. While one might think it's just a minor issue, that the costs add up quickly, right? There's several dimensions to each of the costs. Firstly, there's the direct cost of labor. Resolving an invoice exception often, you know, requires multiple people across different departments, and whether that's from procurement or accounts payable to suppliers. This could take hours, even days. So secondly, there's a delay in payment. When invoices are held up, it can strain vendor relationships. In some cases, this might even really result in late payment fees or missed discounts, which no one wants, for early payments. And of course, there's the potential for cash flow disruption. So that can affect the overall financial health of the business at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean that's quite a chain reaction, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, so Joey, what are some common causes of these exceptions, and why do they happen so often?
Yeah, great question. So common causes include pricing discrepancies. Maybe the price on the invoice doesn't match the price agreed upon in the purchase order. There can also be discrepancies or differences in quantities delivered versus what was actually ordered or invoiced. So data entry errors are another big culprit. Incorrect account codes, duplicate invoices, or even just typos can cause exceptions. And sometimes it's also about the mismatch expectations between what the vendor delivers and what the buyer expects. Lack of standardized processes and poor communication can really exacerbate those issues in general.
Right. And how do these different types of exceptions, price discrepancies, missing information, duplicate invoices impact the AP process?
Yeah. So for one, price discrepancies, and then misinformation, duplicate invoices, they do disrupt the accounts payable by causing delays, increasing workload, risking payment errors. Price, issues really demand time, consuming, whether it's reconciliations, missing details, halt invoice processing, and duplicates can lead to overpayments as well, and no one wants that. So these exceptions not only slow down operations, but also strain, like I said before, the vendor relationships. Can also lead to financial inaccuracies, which no one wants.
Right. Do you or can you share some examples of how invoice exceptions can lead to significant financial losses for a company?
Sure, sure. Yeah, so invoice exceptions like incorrect pricing, duplicate charges, mismatch quantities, they can really wreak havoc on a company's finances. I think it was according to the Institute of Financial Operations. Such discrepancies can cost businesses up to 5% of their annual revenue. So, for a company with a $10 million turnover, that's a staggering 500,000 lost each year due to invoice errors, and underscoring the critical need for meticulous invoice management.
My God, that's huge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy.
and yeah, and how do this invoice exceptions affect cash flow, working capital management?
Yeah, invoice exceptions can significantly impact cash flow and working capital management, often causing delays in payment processing. According to a study, I think it was PayStream Advisors, 64% of businesses experience invoice exceptions, resulting in an average delay of 8.6 days in payment. So these delays tie up working capital, increase financial costs, and hinder liquidity. Right, emphasizing the critical need for efficient exception management strategies.
Wow, that's a huge, that's a great statistics. Huge, 64% of businesses experience these problems.
Yeah,
That's staggering.
yeah,
And how can delays caused by this impact relationships with vendors?
yeah. Delays caused by that can really strain, again, as I mentioned before, the vendor relationships by disrupting supply chains, leading to missed deadlines, decreased trust at the end of the day. And inconsistent communication, unmet expectations may just sour the relationship and really affect future collaboration, and possibly even cite penalties or contract terminations if there are some in place. So, building resilient communication channels and offering transparency, that is what can mitigate these impacts, foster stronger and more enduring vendor relationships.
Right. What technologies or tools are available to help detect and prevent invoice exceptions?
Yeah, there's quite a bit, but advanced invoice processing software like PathQuest AP, utilizes good algorithms to detect and prevent invoice exceptions. And it also automates data extraction, flag discrepancies. It lets you learn from your past errors to continuously improve accuracy. And then additionally, the technology can provide immutable records, ensuring invoice authenticity and minimizing fraud risks, further enhancing exception detection and prevention.
Right. Do you have any real world examples or case studies where businesses successfully reduced invoice exceptions and improved their accounts payable operations?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you asked. So we'll take an example, right? A notable company is Company X, which reduced exceptions, sorry, by 40% through implementing an AP solution like PathQuest. And by streamlining processes, they can achieve a 30% decrease in processing time and save over $500,000 annually, which is the number we used before, right? So that not only improved efficiency for that company, but also can enhance vendor relationship, cash flow management. The success underscores the transformative power of leveraging technology to really optimize your AP operations.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay. And how can businesses calculate the hidden costs associated with invoice exceptions, such as labor, time, and lost opportunities?
Yeah, businesses can quantify hidden costs, of invoice exceptions by typically tracking labor hours spent on resolution, assessing, time delays and payment processing, and evaluating missed opportunities due to disruption cash flow. So, utilizing those kind of data analytics, they can really pinpoint areas of improvement, streamline processes, of course, and then implement automation to mitigate those costs. So, this this type of proactive approach, you could say, not only saves money, but also enhances operational efficiency and boosts competitiveness at the end of the day as well.
Okay. Now, do you think, or how can implementing automated systems and AI solutions improve the accuracy and efficiency of the AP process?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Implementing automated systems like PathQuest and AI solutions in accounts payable, streamlines invoice processing. Of course, it reduces errors, accelerates payments. But with the AI's pattern recognition capabilities, it really quickly identifies discrepancies, and flags anomalies, ensuring accurate financial records. And then, of course, that efficiency not only fosters smoother operations, but also enables prompt payments to vendors, really nurturing. Again, we talk about the stronger supplier vendor relationships, fostering a culture of reliability and trust in the business transactions.
Yeah. Okay. To do that, what strategies can be used to foster better communication and collaboration with the vendors to prevent exceptions?
Yeah, great question. So, to cultivate smoother, collaboration, communication with vendors, suppliers, and really minimize exceptions. You want to, and also, establish transparent channels for feedback and regular updates. You want to implement those automated systems. It creates efficient payments, which ensures vendors are compensated properly, right, and promptly. So, it reinforces trust, reliability. Regular meetings, clear expectations and fostering culture of mutual respect can really further solidify the relationship, the partnership that you may have with the vendor. And then it reduces the likelihood of misunderstandings or exceptions. So it's just super important.
Yeah, I mean that makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
What steps you think can companies take to ensure they remain compliant while also minimizing exceptions?
Yeah, so companies can leverage automated systems for payments to vendors, ensuring accuracy, compliance. Implementing robust internal controls, regular audits, and really providing a thorough employee training also can mitigate exceptions. So, furthermore, fostering a culture of transparency and accountability encourages adherence to compliance standards while streamlining operations for efficient vendor transactions at the end of the day.
Right. And what KPIs should companies track to monitor the impact of invoice exceptions on their AP operations?
Yeah, so companies should track KPIs like exception rate, measuring the frequency of invoice errors, resolution time, gauges how quickly exceptions are resolved, indicating efficiency. Cost of exceptions is another one, reveals the financial impact. Vendor satisfaction reflects the vendor's experience, and then lastly, maybe most importantly, the process automation rate really measures how many exceptions are handled automatically, indicating operational maturity. So, all those KPIs offer a comprehensive view of invoice exception impact on AP operations.
Right. And what are some challenges companies might face when implementing such new processes or technologies to reduce invoice exceptions?
Yeah. Honestly, implementing new processes or technologies to reduce invoice exceptions can be met with resistance from employees accustomed to existing systems, or just being in a habit already. Really ensuring buy-in, providing adequate training, and addressing the fears of job displacement are crucial, right? Like any kind of automation would be. And additionally, integrating new systems with legacy ones and managing data quality pose technical hurdles. So, standardizing processes is another key factor. Ensuring that everyone follows the same procedures can minimize discrepancies, and really regular training and communication between departments and with the vendor suppliers can also help in aligning expectations and processes. So, lastly, using data analytics to track and understand the root causes of exceptions can provide insights into where improvements are needed. And then proactively addressing these issues can prevent further, future exceptions. Really, at the end of the day, is what we're all looking for.
Yeah, that makes enough sense. It seems like a proactive approach is crucial. Those are impressive results, Joey. It's clear that addressing invoice exceptions can lead to substantial benefits. Now, as we wrap up, what final advice would you give to companies struggling with this issue?
Yeah, you know, my advice would be to take a holistic approach. Look at your entire P2P or procure to pay process and identify where the bottlenecks are, pain points are. Invest in a technology that can really automate and streamline those processes. Don't underestimate the power of communication and training, both internally and with your vendors, suppliers. And then finally, use the data to continuously monitor and improve your processes. Small changes can lead to significant improvements over time.
Wow, great advice, Joey, and fantastic insights.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for joining us today and shedding light on
Yeah.
this often overlooked but important issue.
Yeah, no problem. It's my pleasure, Amit. Thanks for having me. I can't wait to be back for the next episode, hopefully.
Yeah. And with that, we've reached the end of this episode, and we open for if anybody's got any questions, please put those in the comment, and we can go over them. Okay, there's one comment. It's about what all systems, what all accounting systems our AP solution, PathQuest AP solution, is connected to.
Yeah, good question. So right now, we're connected to some of the top systems and ERPs in the industry: QuickBooks Online, Zero, and Sage Intact. We're exploring other options as well, and can always sometimes create integrations, whether it's file based, etc. So whatever the system is, we can explore that further.
Okay. Yeah, and once if somebody's utilizing the services of PathQuest AP, like what's the typical onboarding time?
Yeah, I would say, depending on the volume, 2 to 3 weeks. It really can work as quickly as the customer can, the client. That if they're looking to get aboard quickly, we can move as fast as they need us to.
Okay, great. What else we've got here? Yeah, does the system capable of doing payments?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. So we can issue payments, one of three payment methods: um, check, ACH, and credit card. So, for checks, we can actually send out the check. We have check processing centers we can send out for you. So yes, absolutely, we can do payments.
Oh, great. Okay, where can I learn about the system? Like, if I want a quick demo, who can I ask for?
Yeah. You can actually go to pathquest.com, and I think on the opening page, it'll let you start a free trial or request a demonstration. And yeah, we'll be in touch with you very quickly after that to schedule a time to show you how the system looks and works.
Wait, let's wait a couple of seconds to see if there are any more questions.
Yeah, all good questions.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Those are the questions. So thanks for listening, folks. If you've enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe our channel on YouTube and leave us a review. The next exciting episode happens on June 21, Friday. What would be on business intelligence, BI. So yeah, please tune in again. And yeah, like Joey mentioned, log on to www.pathos.com to book a demo. We'll be back soon. Do a quick agile demo to you. Until then, this is PathQuest team signing off. Stay tech savvy. Thank you.
See you guys.